Welcome back to the JSFL, and we are here in Week 8, getting closer and closer to that final week where we get to the playoffs. And to start off Week 8, we got a pretty good matchup. Both these teams in the hunt, both 3 and 4. Our Houston Enforcers visiting coming off their win last week at the losing last week, Minneapolis Fishers. So we're here in Minneapolis. As I will be your commentator probably for the game, as Matt might come in later. But the Fishers trying to get a win at their home stadium after being on the road last week. And Houston, after being at home last week, takes a trip to Minneapolis to try to go a 2-win streak now. Oh my gosh. Okay, but we're here. I guess that's kind of like another scoring, but my bad. But we're here in Minneapolis. As that was a nice horn, to be honest. But we get to start here in Minneapolis. As Carl White, the leader in interceptions, facing off against Scotty Hoover of Canada in the MVP race. As we get ready for this kickoff here in Minneapolis on a Thursday night game. As kickoff is away, and we're starting the game here in Minneapolis. Houston will take it first as we get out to the 22, as that's where Houston will start their drive. Now, in Carl White, we can see his stats coming into the game. 226 attempts, 143 completions, 1,652 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Yes, he has more interceptions than touchdowns. But he's trying to get that number of touchdowns up and the number of wins up for his team. But he's going to have a pretty good offense today. As their offense in the league is ranked. Their offense is ranked 8th in the league. Now we're 1st and 10. White. Play action. Nice block from Norris. White throwing downfield. This is caught. Up to the 50, as that's a great 27-yard play to start out this game. Rudy Brook, the tight end out of Minnesota. Well, that's not a college, but well, I mean, in this reality, this isn't a college, just west, east, north, and south. As you see, college after this season, the college players get to play. As that was a good play, and now they're at the 50-yard line. So this 8th offense is doing pretty good so far. 1st and 10 again at the 50-yard line. Alfred Norris gets his first carry. Alfred Norris stumbling up to the 42. If he didn't, that's Howard Morgan. Howard Morgan, the power back, they like to call him, gets up to the 42. As if he would have kept his balance, he could have broke that one loose. But 8 yards on the play, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2 now. Enforcers. Carl White, wide receiver screen. He breaks the tackle. Running down the sideline up to the 17. What an early explosion from the Enforcers offense. Wow, what a play there by the Houston Enforcers. I think that was Jay Haynes. Broke the tackle right off Jeffrey Lee. That's a good play right there. Yes, that is Jay Haynes, I believe. No, that's Vaughn Peters, my bad. Yeah, but I got Jeffrey Lee over it. Jay Haynes is the second string, I forgot. Vaughn Peters, Keith Singleton got the tackle in the end, though. 1st and 10 as they're in the red zone already. After 3 good plays by Houston. White on 1st down. He throws that one, that's caught. Rudy Brook. The catch. As now we can see this Houston offense I told you they're 8th in the league. Let's see who keeps them there. Carl White, and the second person that keeps them there is Alfred Norris, 101 attempts, 392 yards, 1 touchdown, and 19 broken tackles, and over 50-plus receiving yards in the game. Oh no, wait, that's Johnny Patterson. My bad. 2nd and 6 now at the 13. So the catch by Rudy Brook. Carl White throwing on 2nd and 6. That's caught. First down and goal. Oh, he gets all the way to the 1. As Carl White is 4 for 4 and 69 yards this early. Wow. Oh, that's Bobby Murphy. That's actually the second receiver. As Murphy actually has the 3rd most receiving yards. Thought he had the 1st, but I don't know. That's a nice early push here by the enforcers. Let's see what they do on 1st and goal at the 1. Oh! Carl White tries to play action, and he gets sacked. Well, they're not going to call it that, but Taylor Lopez brings the pain there. As he tries to hand it off, or maybe do a play action, I'm not for sure. But Taylor Lopez, there's no one covering him, and he went down. Carl White and the Houston's line could not carry that one. And now they're backed up to the 6th after the stuff by Taylor Lopez. And yeah, Carl White hands off to Norris. Norris trying to shift and turn, and he gets up to this. Oh no, it's Morgan again. My bad. Lopez gets the tackle. Now it's 3rd and goal. Howard Morgan is trying to twist and turn up the old butt. Taylor Lopez saw that one, and he's like, alright, no more twisting and turning. I'm going to bring you down. And he did so. Now we got a 3rd and goal. What will Houston do here? The momentum comes to nothing. They're going to try to run it on 3rd and goal to 7. As most expected, it goes only not for a touchdown, but it goes 4 yards. Taylor Lopez hits that one again. They're trying to run up the middle with Howard Morgan. Almost got there, but not far enough. Lopez and Aguilar, the 2 lefts, outside linebacker and left end, went in there and said no. So let's take a look at the Minneapolis defense, because I don't know if they're going to show it. But Minneapolis is defense, as the field goal is up and is good. But the Minneapolis defense, leader is Clinton Ramirez, the middle linebacker. 36 total tackles, 13 assists, 4 tackles for loss, and a sack. And second is Lawrence Freeman, the strong safety. 25 total tackles, 17 assists, and 3 interceptions. Oh no, wait, I completely forgot. Not Lawrence Freeman. There's Gerald Aguilar. He's a beast on the field. Oh no, it's Taylor Lopez. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Taylor Lopez is the leader. 28 total tackles, 10 assists, 7 tackles for loss, and 8.5 sacks. My bad. But now we get the kick away, and we get to see Minneapolis' first drive. But I read you a lot of stats from Minneapolis, so that's cool. Alright, Minneapolis. Then we can see Scotty Hoover in the offensive stats. 206 attempts for Scotty Hoover, 131 completions, 1,811 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions for Scotty Hoover. That's pretty good for Hoover for stats. Their defense was ranked 11th, and their offense, Fisher's offense is ranked 4th in the league, so a pretty high-ranked offense. See what they do on this play. On this drive. After Houston got the 3 after getting stumped at the goal line. Hoover hands off to Hoskins. Hoskins going only 1 yard. And now we can see this offense, as I said, 4th in the league. Led by Ronaldo Hoskins, 126 attempts, 641 yards, 1 touchdown, and 22 broken tackles, and over 50-plus receiving yards, and 4 receiving touchdowns. 4 over 50-plus receiving yard games. And then Hoover backs him up as the 2nd best on the team, on offense. Now we have a 2nd and 9 after the run by Hoskins. Hoover on 2nd and 9. Throwing, that's deep and over the heads of the receivers. Now we go to this Houston defense. Houston, their top players are Marcus Bender, 20 solo tackles, 10 assists, 6 tackles for loss, 9 sacks. And the other best player is Chong Dez, 25 solo tackles, 11 assists, 13 tackles for loss, 5 sacks. And that is the defense. They are ranked 6th in the league. And on 3rd and 9, that one goes nowhere, incomplete. But Houston's ranked 6 on defense, which is a little surprising, but that's what they ranked them. Am I reading this right? Yeah, 6. Okay. But on 3rd and 9, they go nowhere. That's good plays by the defense, by Houston, going 3 and out. That's why I think they should be ranked higher. That was good defense, and this is the 4th best offense. So on 4th and 9, the punting comes on. The punt is away, and Houston will have possession again. Oh, nice juke! And he gets it up to the 37. Here comes back out Carl White and the offense. Carl White talking to his offense probably, saying, where'd that momentum go? They had so much momentum at the beginning of the drive, but it just went out. And this is a big game if they want to turn their season around for both these teams. Houston has a win, and if they keep this momentum from last game, they could have 2. They want to get into the playoffs, but it's a long road to get there. 1st and 10. Carl White with the wide receiver screen. That goes for 1 yard only. Oh, well, now they talk about the Minneapolis defense. I already read you the stats. But now I actually get to watch it. Taylor Lopez, a notable player on the line. Clay Ramirez, the linebackers. Maybe we should do it like this. I'm not going to say their stats. And on the safety, Jeffrey Lee. Look out for him. I'll just do that for now, and I'll just say what I think the best player of each category is. That makes more sense. And I'm not rushing to ramble names and stats. 2nd and 9. Carl White. See what he can do. On 2nd and 9, he throws it. That's caught. And he gets hit right after the catch. Carl White 6 for 6 right now. You don't see usually that much completion percentage of Carl White early. Ever. 3rd and 2 now, as Houston, after their good drive last time, might be stuffed again. But this time not the goal line. This time it's the 1st down line. Hands it off. This one. It's Howard Morgan. Howard Morgan! I know it's Alfred. Oh, it is Howard Morgan. Howard Morgan powers his way for a 1st and 10. 15 yards after the contact from Morgan. I don't know why he's being the first string back right now, but I guess they want to sit north for a bit. They used Morgan on that play, and it seemed fruitful. They have him listed as the power running back, but they have Norris listed at everything else. 1st and 10. White throwing. He throws it deep. Oh, contested and almost intercepted, but knocked out of his hands. White doesn't want a 9th interception on the season so far. Wants at least wants only touchdowns this game, he told the media. He said he was shooting for 2 touchdowns. Pretty big for him. We'll see if he can do it. Wants to show Minneapolis that he is stuff. On 2nd and 10, they run it with Alfred Norris for his first carry of the game. Only goes 2 yards. Now it's a 3rd and 8, so pretty big 3rd down for both sides of the ball. Glenn Ramirez get the tackle on that one. As big play time here for Houston, or a big stop for Minneapolis, which we'll see. Carl White, 3rd and 8. Has the ball, he throws it, that's caught. Haynes pushing his way for the first down. Jay Haynes getting the second catch of the day. He pushes. He was caught it short of the sticks, but he pushed the defenders to the first down sticks. And that keeps the Houston drive alive. Powered through 3 defenders. Wow, what a play by the third string receiver. First and 10 now. Carl White throwing this one. Flag. Flag on the play. Pass interference on the defense. Brad Gomez, the corner. Houston will accept the penalty, of course. And that moves him to the 22. Gomez telling his team, my bad, my bad. That could have been a costly play, possibly. Houston. Now first and 10 right outside the red zone. They're into the red zone area again. Can they cash in this time? Carl White, wide receiver screen again. They've been doing this a lot. Oh, he cuts to the middle, and that might have been a mistake. The outside looked open, but he cut to the middle. And Vaughn Peters might have hit his head for that one. 3 yards though on the play, so not terrible. A little over 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. As we got a pretty good game so far. Carl White, 2nd and 7. Throwing this one out of bounds. 8 for 10, 80% completion percentage for White. 90 yards. Really pretty good stats. We got 3rd and 7, another big third down. They've had a lot of these this drive. Can they do it again? 3rd and 7 this time. White. Scrambling the pocket a little. It's collapsing. He throws it. This one contested. He comes down with it. What a catch. Wow, these receivers looking like studs right now. Bobby Murphy, Blanche, and Brad Gomez were fighting for that one. But you see Carl White places this one perfectly. Gomez and Murphy fighting for it. But Murphy does not let go of this one. And that was a nice catch. 1st and 10 now at the 10-yard line. Pretty much called this 1st and goal. Handoff, Norris into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Alfred North for his 2nd touchdown of the season. Nice hole made there by Houston. Taking out big players like Clint Ramirez, Gerald Aguilar, and Taylor Lopez. And Alfred Norris had a nice shot right outside the right. He blocks put that one, and Norris has 6 for the team. Now the extra point attempt up and coming, as we cannot forget about that. As it kicks up, and it is right down Broadway. That's a touchdown for. Now we can see the Fishers on their 2nd drive after the first one goes for naught. Now the kickoff is away. And it's taken from the 2. And he will get hit at the 22 and dropped. As the Fishers will be a little behind the 25 to start their 2nd drive. Now hoping for better results than last time as they get this one. A little over a minute left to go in the first quarter. Fishers have the ball. Down by 10. Still playing time on the clock. Early in the game, but They want some points. 1 yard only for Minneapolis. On the air and on the ground. Hoover throwing. This one's caught. Hoskins grabs it, but only for 1 yard. Hoskins gets a yard and a reception so far. As Houston has not been letting the big plays happen we've seen so far. It's been only little throws Hoover's made so far. Tried one, but that was way over everyone's head. 2nd and 9 now. Hoover throwing as he almost gets sacked, but Lowell Snyder catches it, but he goes out of bounds. Gets 3 yards on that play as Houston's still not letting anything big happen. Old been little side dump-offs. Down. As it's a 3rd and 6 now, as Houston might have another 3 and out. 3rd and 6 now, with a little less than a minute left. Yeah. Hoover on 3rd and 6. Throwing, that's deep, that's caught. Andy Gibson. Oh wait, that's Wilbur Lamb, my bad. Wilbur Lamb, 22 yards in a first. As that's a big connection. These two click. And when they click, everyone's shaking on the defense. Hoover put that perfect, and Wilbur Lamb busted that one for a first down. Now we got 1st and 10. Hoover with the wide receiver screen to Lamb. Lamb going nowhere. He's stuffed on this play. That one shut down. No other than DeAndre Shoemaker. Him and Lamb will be contesting each other today. Shoemaker's told to have the head up, but Lamb's got integrity. Quarter ends. The first quarter is ended, and Houston Forces are at 10. Minneapolis Fishers at 0. As Houston's coming here early with the lead. And 2nd 11 it is. Hoskins in the back with Hoover. Hoover on 2nd 11. Throwing a little check down to Hoskins, and that goes for 1 more yard. So they get back. Oh, no, it's going to call 0 yards. Hoskins with more receptions than yards. As they've only had that one click downfield, everything else has been throwing checkdowns for Hoover. As Houston have them at another 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 this time. No one's in the back with Hoover. 4 wideouts. Hoover throwing on 3rd and 11. He's throwing down. That's knocked out of his hands. A hit to make that one loose, and it's 4th down. Trying to dial a quick one for Lamb, but he was hit with power. They're quick. Lamb had control, but he lost it quick. Nice hit there. I think that's Shoemaker or Shackleford, but I'm not sure. So I'm not going to say what I think. Now the punt team is on again for the Fishers. As this is the 2nd punt. 2 drives, 2 punts there for Minneapolis. Houston has 2 drives, 2 scores. So let's see if they can make that 3 drives, 3 scores as they come out again. Last time, Alfred North capped off the drive with that 10-yard rushing touchdown. First and 10 for the Houston Enforcers. White hands it off. This one's Norris. Norris gets 1 yard on the play. 3 rushes, 11 yards, 1 touchdown for Alfred Norris so far. Claire Ramirez stepped that one up. They tried to run it with Norris on the first down with the shifty back instead of Howard Morgan, the big power guy. And if you're going to run up the middle, I'd probably want to use Morgan too. Because Norris is more your speed guy. Morgan's more of the in the dirt guy. 5 wideouts in this play. Second and 11. White throwing. That's caught as he hits the drag route. That's Rudy Brook, I'm pretty sure. Over 100 yards now for Carl White early. Jay Haynes, actually, that is. That was a nice catch by him. As we did some sliding there, as you can see. Third and 4 now for the Enforcers. Carl White throwing. This one caught up for the first down. Oh, nice juke. And he gets it up to the 48. 11 for 13. Early here for Carl White. And this one goes for another first down. This time it's Alfred Norris getting a catch out of the backfield. Alfred Norris on the halfback angle. Sometimes forget about that back there. And he can burn you. Once you get him in an open field and he can catch the ball, he can do a lot out of a little. He can make a little out of a. He can make a lot out of a little. Carl White on first and 10. And oh, it's a fumble. Oh, but they can't pick it back up, and it goes for 1 yard. White fumbled, but Norris was there to pick it up. As White was hit, that was, I think, Singleton. Oh, that was a big hit. I think that was Keith Singleton, the right outside linebacker, hit that one out. Second and 8. Carl White throwing. This one's caught for a yard. Now it's third and 6 here as Jay Haynes gets his 4th reception. Now we got a third and 6. White gets the ball. Throwing. Hits the curl route. Oh, he jukes backwards, and that's going to be a 4th down now. As he had it, was probably going to pass the 6, but he decided to juke backwards. That was a mistake. Ramirez flew in there like a rocket to make sure he wasn't going to go back to the 6. Now the punt team's on. This is going to be a hard punt to place. See what they do. It's a fake. They try to fake it. This one, no, it's not going to get there. 1 yard short as the Fishers stuff this one. They try to fake it. Pete Payne, the backup tight end, tried to get it there, but he's going to be a yard short. Now Hoover in the offense coming back out there. 2 drives and no points. Let's see what they do on this drive. Houston's had some pretty good offense so far. I mean, offense and defense so far. As Minneapolis crowd wants to see their guys get a win on this primetime matchup to get back into the even column to be 4-4. Hoover on first and 10. He's sacked. First sack of the night from Marcus Bender. He can cause some havoc. As this team is known for getting to the quarterback. And they finally get to the first time tonight. And it's Marcus Bender to bring the pain this time. In sacking the quarterback, this team is the best in the league at it. They're first. Second and 17 now. Hoover hands off to Hoskins. Hoskins trying to make some room. Gets stopped at the 40. Now to third and 13 after the long sack. It's going to be hard to get out of. Try to get a little out with Hoskins, but doesn't do much. Still third and long situation. A little over 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Fishers have the ball. Now Hoover on third and 13. Throwing. This one's caught, but that's way short of the sticks. Fourth down for the offense. As this one was hit by Hayden McKee, middle linebacker. Not one of their best overall positions, but he can cause trouble. Fourth and 9 now as Fishers do not get points again. As the punt is away. As the enforcers will get it again. As this one hits the end zone and they'll start at the 20. As they're trying to show highlights of this Houston Enforcers team. Showing mostly Minneapolis' tackling, but probably show the connections and good throws Carl White's made. He's made some good decisions in the pocket. Not throwing a single pick yet. No touchdowns, but he's made good throws. Still playing time to get those 2 touchdowns he wants. Carl White hands it off. This one's Norris. Norris getting up to the 34. And that's a good run. 6.2 on an average carry right now for Norris. As this one, Houston's been doing some pretty good blocking on some key players so far. And that's got some pretty good runs out of Norris every now and then. First and 10. White. Throwing. He's going to go down. Angelo Alexander to bring the sack this time. As Angelo Alexander is the less known person on the defensive line for the Fishers, but that's his second sack of the season. As he's only went to the quarterback twice. And he brings his second time tonight. It's against the best person on the line of actually the Houston Forces, and that's Malcolm Perry. Second and 18, looks like a blitz from Minneapolis. They're going to have to get off quick. Carl White, he hands it off to Alfred Norris, and Norris goes nowhere. Third and 17 as Houston's in a hole. See what they do here. Third and 17 now. Carl White. Throwing. This one. Oh! I think that's some pass interference. Didn't need to be, but yes, pass interference on the defense. Brad Gomez again with another penalty. And that cost the Fishers. Wasn't even near the receiver, so I don't even know why he thought he had to get some hands on whoever. I think that was Jay Haynes who was going to Bobby Murphy. I think it was Jay Haynes, but no, I think it was Bobby Murphy. I'm not sure. First and 10. Now for the enforcers after the flag penalty. And this is a throw that goes up to the other 46. And that's 9 yards on the play. As Vaughn Peters gets his third reception for 38 yards of the day. and 1. Carl White gets a signal. And this one, handoff, as he's going to be stuffed. Von Peters going back 7 yards, and this is a 3rd and 8. Mark Carr, the free safety, to bring that one. As Mark Carr saw what they were doing and stuffed Von Peters. There's more than one defensive player back there, but Mark Carr got the tackle. And now we got 3rd and 8. Houston's been in this spot before. Can they do it again? Carl White, 3rd and 8. He's throwing. That's caught. Got a little room on the sidelines, and he brings us to the 34. Nice yards out of Houston. Just another 1st down. Now we got the 2-minute warning here. As this has been a good game. Houston scoring. Don't know who could have predicted this, but we knew it was going to be a close game. Low scoring, we thought too, but Houston's kept Minneapolis quiet and got enough points to go around. And trying to get more to bring it to the half. And they got 2 minutes to do so. First and 10, Carl White. Throwing, this one's caught. Caught at the 27. For 3rd quarter, Charles Davis and Brandon Gaughan will take it over for a little bit. Just remember the Browns are the Enforcers and the Minneapolis Fishers are the Colts. Well, the Colts are the Minneapolis Fishers. And this one's caught. 2nd and 3, and now 1st and 10. As they get right outside, 1 yard outside the red zone. That's 155 from Houston so far. Yards through the air. Rudy Brook gets the 2nd reception. And Brad Gomez a tackle. 1st and 10. White throwing. This one caught. Alfred North shakes off a tackle. Some jukes, and he gets to the 10. Wow, good play there by Norris. As this is a 1st and 10, pretty much 1st and goal since we're at the 10. Alfred Norris, 3 receptions, 29 yards. As he's been a pretty decent target so far as any of these receivers out here so far. 1st and 10. Minneapolis on the blitz formation. Carl White throwing. This one back at the end zone. They say it's out of bounds. Incomplete. Incredible completion percentage passing for Carl White so far. If you see 18 out of 21, that's his only 3rd incompletion, as he's been accurate as heck. 2nd and 10 now. Minneapolis might be putting some pressure on. White throwing. This one back to the end zone again. This one's caught. Touchdown, Houston. The Enforcers. Carl White with his 1st throwing touchdown and a receiving touchdown on the game now for, I believe that is Von Peters. Because that was a nice toe tap to get the points in for sure. As we're both reviewing it now. As let's see this. Here, I'll get a good position there. As you see there, I think he might have got it. I say he has it. As they're going to say it was Bobby Murphy, actually, for the touchdown. Are they going to say it's good? Yes, Bobby Murphy with the touchdown for the Houston Enforcers, as they now have 17 and finishers have 0. The point after the extra point attempted is up, and it is good. 11 plays, 79 yards, and almost 4 minutes off the clock because that was a long drive. As Brandon Gaughan and Charles Davis on. All right, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
Following the touchdown, here's Cyber now to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top of the game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Give him 2 yards on that play. Make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But get a couple first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Man on the out route. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball, stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
In my observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Down there, but he cannot connect. Some of the fans here don't seem happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5. Oh, we got at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interception.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
Good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And give it here to his running back. He's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. These guys had a punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Rifles one that's intercepted. Off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. It's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And to get this time to the tailback. Away from one. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Going to be incomplete.
The calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Steibert's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After the main field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. Last time was a pretty good play, an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I think they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Maybe go to best confidence.
See what happens. And give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
No matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
If these guys got to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Up behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
I'm back. So we have a 20-2 score right now, as Fishers are down by 18. Let's get back to it. 3rd and 3 here for the Fishers, as we'll see what they do. Scotty Huber, no Hoskins in the back, just him. Huber on 3rd down. Run out of time, he's down. Sacked at the 22. Marcus Bender again. He hits him, and that's a 4th down now. As Minneapolis goes nowhere on this drive. As Marcus Bender came flying for that one. The tackle barely even had him. Just kept pushing around the edge until Huber ran right into him. And now it's 4th down situation as the Fishers see Houston kind of slipping away from them a bit. They do have 1 safety on the board, but that's it. As the punt is away, and Houston will go on offense again. Oh, nice juke. A power there. They get to the 30. Pretty good return for Jay Haynes. Carl White, 90 for 23, 184, and a touchdown. These are really good stats so far for Carl White. Carl White now in the offense on 1st and 10. We'll see what they do here at the 30-yard line. Hands it off. This time, it is Norris trucking to the 40. 9 rushes, 34 yards, and a touchdown for Norris as he gets 2nd and inches now. Lance Bennett, the defensive tackle, to get in there. 2nd and inches comes here now. Carl White throwing this one. Caught. And they get it up to the 48. 20 for 24 for White. This is percentage right now. Jay Haynes, 6th reception of the day. Mark Carr, free safety, get the tackle. Houston, over 170 yards throwing. 16 rush, 24 pass for Houston. It's been a little more pass-heavy offense. White hands it off this time. And this one is Morgan pushing to the 42. Oh, no, that's Norris. My bad. Norris pushing to the 42 for a 1st down. And he's averaging 4.4 carry right now. A little less than what he started, but still making damage to this defense of Minneapolis. And we have 1st and 10 now. Carl White hands this one off. Gets up to the 38. 11 rushes, 48 yards, and a touchdown. For Norris so far as he almost hits the 50-yard mark. 2nd and 6. Now White on 2nd and 6. Giving a signal. This one, Carl White's throwing. And this one's caught. 1st down. As Rudy Brook gets his catch. 200 yards now for Carl White. That's Von Peters, my bad. He's almost at 50 yards of the day, too. Had a nice little duck there. And he got to the 1st. And the Houston drive continues. This time, they started at their own 30. Now they're at Minneapolis' 30. We'll see what they do here, 10 yards away from the red zone. Carl White on 1st and 10. Throwing a little check down here. This one's caught up to the 27. Pete Payne, the secondary tight end. It's the 2nd catch of the day. Pete Payne's stats before today weren't that much. There was 7 receptions, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Actually, that's not that bad. For a 2nd tight end. Carl White hands it off to Norris. He goes nowhere that play. 0 yards on the play. And Aguilar gets a tackle for a loss. As now we have a 3rd and 7. As Aguilar stuffed that one. As Ramirez hyping up the defense for this 3rd down 7. Houston had a lot of 3rd downs over the 5-yard line. Can they do it again? Carl White on 3rd and 7. Pressure not there. And he throws it down for the end zone. Hit out of his hand. Tried the end zone. And that one rejected. Trying to look for Jay Haynes back there. And that one was not happening. Hit right out as he got it. Oh no, he's looking for Von Peters. Jeffrey Lee swatted that one as soon as he saw it. Now the field goal unit will come on for the Houston Enforcers. Make this one a 21-point game. The kick is up, and it is good. 3 touchdowns separate these two teams. With in total, the game has 13 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Minneapolis has a hold to get themselves out of. Houston looked unstoppable today. On offense and defense. Now the kick is away, as Minneapolis will have the ball, and they need to get touchdown, and let Houston score nothing to catch up. If they run this one to the 22, as we've seen them start here many times, but they don't have any points on offense yet. See what they do this time. Run and pass both haven't clicked much today, as Houston's been stuffing this Minneapolis team. Houston has 1 turnover today, and in the year they're ranked for turnovers. They're ranked 11th. Pretty bad. But here on 1st and 10, Hoskins looking like some Houdini out there. That was some nice twisting and turning up for a first down. That's why this guy has been flying up in the MVP race. He just hasn't done much of it today. But he's a little ball of fire, and he showed it on that play. Now, first down. Hoskins running. Oh, if you could have juked him, you could have had that one broken. But he gets another first down. 6 rushes, 35 yards for Hoskins as he's starting to pick up the game now. Some better blocks now for Hoskins, as we didn't see many good ones in the early stages. They need to score quickly. They need 3 scores, and no scores out of Houston. Huber now, throwing this one. That's caught. They get a nice catch there, and this is another first down. Carlton Sanchez gets 2nd reception for 24 yards on the day. 2:12 left to go in the 3rd, as Minneapolis is trying to get a drive here. This might be the farthest on the field they've been all day. Huber, 1st and 10. Throwing. Oh, Lowell Snyder. Threw it a little too quick for Snyder to get a grasp on it. Or even get a hand on it. 2nd and 10 now for the Fishers. Fishers now. 2nd and 10 at the 42. Hoskins this time. Trying to make a stretch, but he's tackled. Having the block on him with one hand and Stephen Harris bring him down with the other. One hand takedown. Takes some skill and some strength. 3rd and 7 now. And Stephen Harris is a 3rd string corner, let me tell you. 3rd and 7 now. Let's see what the Fishers do here. Huber on 3rd and 7. He runs out of time. He's down. Newton Fitch to bring him down. 3 sacks now for Houston. This time it's the star defensive end Newton Fitch. As Huber's trying to look down, didn't even see Newton Fitch right next to him. That would be his. For Houston, that is Newton Fitch's. The punt is away, and they mark it at the 19. But for Newton Fitch, that's his 9th sack of the season. averages a little more than a sack a game. For Alfred Norris, 12 rushes, 47 yards, 3.9 average yards per carry, and a touchdown. Pretty decent so far for Alfred Norris. Probably wants those numbers to go up a little bit. But it's a quarter and 55 seconds to do so. Now Carl White on 1st and 10. Big standoff, play action. White looking down deep. This one. Oh, pass interference. As that changes the field position definitely as Mark Carr gets the interference call as Von Peters was wide open running down. Hill. And now we're 1st and 10 at the 33 as that's big gain there for Houston. And then Forcer's on 1st and 10. Signal here for Houston. As Carl White's going to throw. This one caught at the 30. And he brings it up to the 29. 23 for 28 for completion for Carl White. As he hasn't been as accurate as he started, but definitely decently accurate. Von Peter hits 50 yards now as that's his 5th reception. 23 to 2. As there's 21 seconds left to go. 21 points. Carl White. Difference. Throwing, this one's caught by Haynes. Gets 2 yards on the play. 3rd and 4 now. As the Houston had that big defensive pass interference play. And they cap that with some points on the board. But the 3rd quarter ends. And Houston is up 23. And the Fishers are down by 21 and they're at 2. Houston has got less points every quarter, but still managed to be in front of the Fishers by a lot. They got 10 in the 1st, 7 in the 2nd, and 6 in the 3rd. Carl White still looking for that 2nd touchdown pass of the game, which he wanted 2 on the game, and he's got 1 so far. So maybe he gets that on this drive. 27 at the yard line, 3rd and 4. This one, handoff to Norris. Norris breaks the tackle, tries to spin, and that might have been a mistake. He only goes 1 yard, and it's a 4th and 3 as Clan Ramirez seals that 3rd down. Now it's 4th. As Norris shook off Tara Lopez, and Ramirez wasn't going to let this one break big. Lopez tried to get one hand grab on him, but Alfred Norris wasn't letting that. But Minneapolis Fishers, with the 11th best defense, stop him. Now to make it a 24-point game, and almost impossible for Minneapolis to come back. There's the kick. The field goal is good, and that might just seal it. Early in the 4th, but they're down by 4 scores now. Late. Not terribly late, but late enough. Now the kickoff is away, and the Fishers will get the ball. Down by 4, they need scores, and they need them quick. They need to be fast and furious with these next drives. They got to get Houston off the field quickly. They need 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and a 3 and out. Or just force fumbles and interceptions, but it's going to be hard. But Minneapolis is up for the challenge. First and 10. Let's see what Minneapolis does here. Remember, these guys have the 4th best offense. Hoover. 1st and 10. Throwing this one. That's caught. Doesn't get out of bounds though. But he gets it up to the 41 as that's Lowell Snyder. His third reception of the day. And Houston, the Enforcers, have only allowed 51 passing yards and 38 rushing. They haven't even allowed 100 yards for the offense. Period. They've only allowed 89. Well, so they're 19 yards on the difference so far. Hoover, first and 10. Throwing deep. This one, oh, had one hand on it, but he dropped it. That would have been a big completion there if he caught it, but not meant to be there. Now it's second and 10. I think he was looking for Andy Gibson, but I'm not sure. Second and 10 now. Hoover. Throwing. The drag route did not happen there. That one goes incomplete again. Third and 10 now. Hoover's pass completion pretty poor. 11 for 20. A little over 50%. 55%. There's 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter and in the game. Third and 10. Hoover. Throwing. And this one's a check down to Snyder, and it's caught, and he's dropped 2 yards ahead of the first 2 yards ahead of where they started that play. Alden Clemens, right outside linebacker to bring him down. Don't know what they thought the big man was going to do. It's not that shifty. But now we have a 4th and 8. You have to go for it here, or you're just saying we've lost. And on 4th and 8, Fishers decide to go for it. 43. They need to get to the 49 on the Houston side. It's going to be a fake hand of play action. Hoover, as he gets hit, throws it, and that one's caught. Nice completion to Wilbur Lamb. As John Reed couldn't force the incompletion. As that extends the drive. That's 40 yards now on the day for Lamb. He comes in clutch there at 4th down. Reed hits him, but he won't drop it. Lamb's pretty good at keeping the ball in his hand. Well, 8 minutes left to go in the game, or in the fourth quarter. Hoover now on 1st and 10. Gain pressure. Halfback screen. Hoskins got a little room, but he's kind of slowing that play a little. And Hoover's almost got 100 passing yards, but Hoskins gets his 5th catch for 14 yards. He hasn't gone much yards, but a lot of catches. Even Fitch to bring him down. 2nd and 3 now. 7 rush, 23 passes have been a very heavy pass offense so far. Hoover. Throwing on 2nd and 3. This one's caught. Lowell Snyder up to the 13 as they have their first red zone chance of the game. As he hits 40 yards now in the game. Alden Clemens to bring him down again. As Snyder found his way open pretty deep that time. Houston might be a little collapsy and tipsy here in the final stage because they think they're up and they think they've won this game. So I don't blame them that much. They want to keep it good the whole way through. John Reed coming up a little for the safety blitz possibly on 1st and 10. Run with Hoskins and he gets up to the 10. 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 out to 10 as Alden Clemens gets the tackle. They might try to power this in with Hoskins, but they don't have that much time. They need to throw. They should be hurrying up already. But they're not, so here comes Hoover and the offense on 2nd and 7. Hoover throwing on 2nd and 7. This one incomplete to the middle of the end zone, but no one was there. All that says other teams' jerseys. Now we got 3rd and 7. Hoover on 3rd and 7. It's a little check down here. No. Denied. Hit at the 7 and dropped. Tries to get that one out to Sanchez, but Raymond Mitchell, strong Safety hits them, and it's a 4th down and 4. This is most likely the game if they don't get this. They can pretty much kiss any chance of a comeback goodbye. One of the biggest plays of the game comes here on 4th and 4. If they want to win this, they're going to have to make many more big plays. Here's the first of them. 4th and 4. A little less than 6 minutes left to go in the 4th. Hoover throwing. This is caught. Wilbur Lamb with a clutch reception. Now they're at the 1. They need to hurry up now, as that was a clutch reception for Wilbur Lamb, as he has 4 receptions and 47 yards. DeAndre Shoemaker gets the tackle. That's a 1st and goal now at the 1. They need to hurry up. They're still not doing that, but 1st and goal at the 1. Hoover now hands it off to Hoskins. Hoskins goes back 2 yards. And 2nd and goal now is that's Newton Fitch to bring him down. Hoskins was dropped. Thought they could run it in. But time keeps ticking, and this drive's being longer than they thought it would be. It's almost a 4-minute drive now. 2nd and goal. See what they do here. I think pass. Now it's another handoff, and he goes back again to the 7 this time. 10 rush, 34 yards for Hoskins, and a pretty bad game for him. A good game for this Houston defense, stuffing the 7th person in the MVP race. They've kept him quiet. Yeah, he's 5th in the MVP race. My bad. And also the 3rd best back in the MVP race. 3rd and goal at the 7. Hoover, the starting throwing. Throws this one. That's incomplete. 4th and goal now. As almost 5 minutes have been gone in this Minneapolis drive. This went way too long for them. He had his hands on it, but it's hit way out. Way too quick for him to even think about it. McKee to force that incompletion, I think it was. 4th and goal. They need to get a touchdown on this play, or this is the end of the road for the Fishers, most likely. Throwing. This one. Incomplete! And the Enforcers now have it. This one. Sealed it up, trying to look for Andy Gibson. He hit it himself. As that was a big play there by Houston. First and 10 now for the Enforcers, as they pretty much got this game wrapped up. A few 1st downs, this thing's over. Now this is a run with Howard Morgan. He pushes for a 1st down. 6 rushes, 36 yards for Morgan, and he's had a really solid game. Started out pretty good when he first started running the ball, and they're going to try to use him and Norris, the duo, to close it out. As they power for 1st down. As they just want to run out the clock here. Less than 4 minutes now left to go in the 4th quarter. 20 run, rush, 29 pass. So we can even this out now. These numbers. Alfred Norris on 1st and 10 gets nowhere on the play. He probably at least wants 50 yards to make himself feel a little better. Even though his team won, that's great, but he probably wants a little yards for himself now. Probably at least wants that 50. Carl White actually has 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions now, as he evens that out this week, unless he throws another one or another touchdown. Alfred Norris on 2nd and 10. He gets over 50 yards now, as he has 53. And now we have a 3rd and 6, so they might use Carl White in this situation, who knows. 3rd and 6 now. The Fishers need to stop. They're pretty much out of the game, but they want it. 3rd and 6. White throwing. This one, that's caught, and that's a first down. Because that definitely sealed off the Fishers, if they already haven't been sealed off. That's Vaughn Peters, 6 receptions and 61 yards on the day for him now. As even here, the Fishers, when they need to be clutch, can't. As that's the second first down, and they keep the drive going. There with Vaughn Peters. First and 10. Howard Morgan pushing this one up to the 37. Now he has 40 rushing yards on the day. This duo almost has 100 yards if you put them together. They'd have 93. But they need 7 more yards for them to have 100, the running game today. For the Howard Morgan and Alfred Norris duo. Johnny Patterson has been there. That would be a trio. Now we have 2nd and 6. This one, Norris. Norris breaks this one a little loose. And he gets it up to the 48. As that was a big scene, and he has 69 rushing yards now in the game. 4.3 for an average. As the line gave him a crease there, and he definitely broke it loose. He could have had a juke. That one could have maybe went all the way. And Minneapolis not even using their timeouts. What's the point? They know they've lost this one. And here's Norris on first down. Trying to strip that ball, but does not come successful. And that's 2 yards for Norris on that game. Maybe trying to push for 75 yards now in these last 2 carries. That's probably what they're going to have. 2 more carries. And this game will be over. Actually, this will be the last carry probably if there's no timeouts. Maybe he tries to get 75. Breaks his one free for a touchdown. That's 100. Norris now goes nowhere on this play. Only 1 yard up. And he ends the game with 72 rushing yards. 100 rushing yards in total for Houston, that says. It says probably, I don't know. How did they go so far back? Probably from the sacks. And then that one bad rush from Vaughn Peters. 3rd and 7 as this game is over. Houston wins this one. 26 and the Minneapolis Fishers only get 2. So the Minneapolis Fishers fall 3 and 5 as their losing streak continues. Can't remember if that's their 2nd game loss in a row or 3rd. But for Houston, that's their 2nd game one in a row. This was told to be a good game. It was a little bit of a surprising game, but what we asked for, a good game. As actually the Enforcers have won 3 in a row. So they're in a hot streak. They started out the season 1 and 4, and now they're 4 and 4. They're catching up. And they're doing it quick. Watch out, playoffs. The Houston Enforcers might be coming. As in Minneapolis, they fall 3 and 5 as their losing streak has been 2 because they beat the Biz now in week 6. But they have a 2 losing streak, and the Houston Enforcers might be a hot team in the JSFL now. That's their 3rd win in a row. We'll see if they can keep that as they go into week 9, 4 and 4. Looking to chase the wild card spot or maybe even the divisional spot from the Kansas City Wind. But we'll have to see it next week. But I'll see you guys on the Sunday night matchups. We'll get to see the, not Sunday night, but Sunday game matchups. The first one will be the Power Gil Monsters. Gil Monsters who finally snapped their lose streak last week against the Power, who seem on a power roll. But that will be for next week.